Now it's had a chance to sink in. How are you feeling?
I'm actually really looking forward to it now. It's kind of a dream draw, I think, now, because we just know each other so well. We've got so much history, and it's probably the last time we'll probably ever play competitively. I know we play in the seniors, but in a proper World Championship. You know, it's probably going to be the last ever time. So it's something to savour and something to look forward to.
You mentioned the history there. Arguably, no snooker encounter has greater history than the clashes you've had. You've played in 4 very different finals against each other. Do you have a favourite one? What are your best memories?
My favourite one personally is 18-5 or 18-4, whatever it was, because that whole championship I felt I played some of my best snooker. And to finish a final a session early is something I'd seen, you know, Steve do. And it was something that was kind of, that I wanted to do. It didn't matter who was in the other seat, but it was something that I wanted to do to sort of prove my dominance in the game. So that one gives me probably the best satisfaction in terms of performance. The one 17-17 is obviously one of the best clearances I've ever made in my career under pressure to win that final. And obviously 14-8 down to win 10 frames in a row. And then you go to the first one in '99, my first world title. So
some amazing moments. Do you have any kind of regrets that Jimmy has never won a world title?
Oh, why would I? It's nothing to do with me. You know, it's sport. You know what I mean? You're not about cheering other people, and it's an individual sport. So, okay, you know, he was my hero when I first started playing. When I was watching him against Steve Davis in the final and these matches, I wanted him to win because he was my hero, and I didn't. But once I'm a professional snooker player, no, it's not down to me. I mean, I love Jimmy. I think he's a great guy. You couldn't meet a nicer guy. There's no one I have a bad word to say about him. But you know, at the end of the day, we're all out there to try and win, and it's not my job to feel sorry or regret for anyone else. I just need to look after my own performance.
Looking back, you always had great support, but obviously Jimmy's the people's champion. He generally had the Crucible on his side. Were you ever envious of that, or did you sort of revel in it?
Yeah, there was times when I was a little bit envious. You know, there was times in finals where I used to walk out to booze, and he had like 99% of the crowd with him. And it spurred me on. It obviously made me more determined to win. But yeah, there's times when you think, oh, well, it'd be nice to be popular. But that's just the way it was. I mean, I'm sure if you asked Jimmy, he would swap that popularity for having a world title under his arm, swings and roundabouts. But it was just a fantastic atmosphere to play under. I mean, it was, you know, to walk through those curtains to like a wall of noise, and to think that pretty much everyone's against you. It's quite a challenge.
And we know you've been practicing together. How have those sessions been going?
Well, generally, he's been taking me apart. Generally, yeah. I mean, Jimmy's obviously been he's stayed on the tour when I've retired for 9 years, so he's still got that competitive sort of spark about him. But yeah, he's been winning. I've taken a couple of sets, but more often than not, he's taken me apart. His game is you know, when we've been playing, has been better than mine. But I think the slate will be wiped clean when we play in the World Qualifier, because it's a whole different scenario.
I'm sure it will. Final question, after smashing his dreams so many times in all those finals over the years, how do you feel knowing that beating Jimmy this time could mean it's his last game on the tour?
It's very difficult thing to think about, I think. You know, obviously lots of people are texting and sort of being jokey about it. You know, at the end of the day, both of us have got to go and try and win the match. You know, and there's obviously going to be more pressure on Jimmy because of that situation. It doesn't really, if I win or lose, it doesn't really change my situation. You know, because next season I will play more events, but it won't be every event, where Jimmy still plays in everything. So it's going to be a big thing for Jimmy. And if I did do it, yeah, it would be a bittersweet moment. There's no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, it's a snooker match, and he's trying to beat me, and I'll be trying to beat him.